Hi, everyone. Welcome to With Whit. I'm taking a little bit of a breather this week. I felt like I just needed a refresh, and it felt like the perfect time to revisit some conversations that have really stuck with me throughout the years, conversations that have really changed me, like not in dramatic ways, but in those subtle shifts that just make life a little bit easier. And that's what I'm all about. Like, I can't make drastic changes, okay? I just need small, little helpful tips. So today's episode is a compilation of those moments. You'll hear about finding worth outside of perfection, learning how to breathe, navigating the identity shift of motherhood, calming anxiety, and choosing thoughts that feel good. These amazing guests have offered me tools and truths that I go back to all the time. So I hope this finds you exactly where you are and allows you to take a little bit of a breath. All right, here's the episode.
I had a total identity crisis when my baby came out. I was like, I hate it here.
Like, who the fuck am I?
And who the fuck are you? Who is
Yeah,
this baby?
who is the
Like, and
stranger?
I'm supposed to love you, and guess what? I don't. And I'm so embarrassed by that because I had been sold the like Disney princess version of birth where they pull the baby out and put him on your body and your heart explodes in a million pieces. And it just simply wasn't how I felt.
It didn't,
And I thought
yeah.
I was a freak. Okay. And I also had a birth that was traumatic for me, not traumatic by any, I don't know, medical standard. Like there were no alarms going off and I
Yeah, yeah,
didn't get
yeah.
wheeled in for an emergency surgery or anything like that. But like my doctor wasn't that nice to me. Stuff hurt. It was scary. I felt really alienated from my body. I felt a lack of control and a lack of consent that mirrored sexual assaults that I had experienced earlier in my life. None of which were some horrific, getting raped in the dark of the end of a dark alley, but just the sort of myriad ways that men take advantage of many women in their 20s
Of
in our
course, and
culture, right?
manipulate. Yeah, yeah.
And so it like reminded me of that. And I was really triggered by birth. And so by the time they pulled my baby out of my body and put him on me, I was like, I'm out. I hate this. I ruined my life. This whole thing sucks. And now like I'm caring for this baby and all I want to do is like go back to my former life, but like there's no going back. So after I had the baby, my depression got worse and worse. And I still wasn't in therapy because I didn't think I was depressed. I thought two things. I thought, A, this is a rational response to an insane thing that just happened. This isn't depression. I'm just seeing the world for what it is. And B, I thought, I'm just bad at being a mom.
Mm.
And if I were more like naturally suited to this, I wouldn't hate it. And the fact that I hate it just means I'm bad at it. But it didn't add up to me in my like broken brain. None of that added up as depression.
Of course. And were you talking to anybody about it, or was your doctor asking you about it?
So when I went in for my 6 week checkup, I lied to my doctor who was like, how's it going? And I was like, it's amazing. And I kind of kept thinking, if I just keep talking about it like it's great, then maybe I'll believe
Then
it.
maybe it will be it. Great. Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
it'll
yeah.
happen. Maybe it'll
Yeah.
kickstart it. And also, like, I knew I was fortunate. I had help at home. My mom flew in. My mom was able to like fly and be there for my birth. Um, my husband was, supportive of me. Like, he was like, go back to work or we'll get a nanny or like whatever it takes. He was willing. We made the decision to put resources that we had towards supporting me. I didn't have a reason to complain. So I thought I wasn't allowed to complain.
Completely. But those are all things like we would say on paper, you know, it doesn't, those are all just things. Of course, they're helpful, but they don't solve what's on the inside.
Horrible emotional breakdowns. No, they
No.
certainly help, but they don't actually fix it in the way that I needed it to be fixed. So
Right. They're like band-aids for the moment.
yes, and they're wonderful band-aids that we're lucky to have. Don't get me wrong.
Of course.
I wouldn't be alive if I didn't have those things. But I went back to work and I loved my work. And I eventually got over my depression and I was still working in the gallery world. And I had never written a thing in my life to answer your question, other than like academic papers and stuff like that, or press releases for work or something about art or about an artist. But I was always like a journaler. And after maybe 2, 3 years after I had a baby during COVID, I had decided right before COVID to take a writing class for fun. I like met once a week. It was, women like me who just wanted to learn a new hobby. And that then coincided with COVID. And during COVID, I looked back at my journals from this time that I had a really arduous depression. And I thought, wait, these are kind of unhinged in like a funny way. Maybe I'll write an essay and maybe I'll present that essay for my like final project for this writing class. And I started working on the essay and then I just like couldn't stop. And I was like, I think I want to do this now. And I went back to the office. We went back to work. We weren't like fully in the office, but we went back to work and I loved it. But I also felt this pull of doing something new. And I put together a proposal. And when I sold my book, I was like, I'm going to do this now. So I stopped working in the art world and had to like finish the book. And it took me a long time, but I finished the book.
Oh my God. So you started in COVID and then, so the cover's so beautiful. It's so
Thank
beautiful.
you. It's a painting from the Dutch High Renaissance. The cover designer I worked with is the man named John Gall, who's like a brilliant cover designer. I don't know if you read that book, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow.
I did.
He did that cover, which is like the coolest
So
cover.
good. Yeah.
So when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, if I could work with him, I would just love it. And he, knew I was an art historian and stuff, but he chose this painting. And the title of it is The Happy Mother. And I'm like, does she look happy to anyone?
No, she looks disgusted and exhausted.
Yeah, miserable. But of course, a man would paint this and be like, oh no, she's totally happy.
She's totally fine. She's fine.
Everything's fine here.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the story of how I wrote the book.
The holidays can be pure magic, but also pure madness between the travel, late nights, parties, shopping, and just trying to keep everyone happy and everyone's spirits bright. It's just so easy to fall out of sync with your body and forget about your own wellness. That's why I've been leaning on Groons, because if nothing else, I want to at least feel like my body is getting a little support while in this seasonal chaos. If you haven't heard me talk about Groons before, they're a convenient, comprehensive formula packed into a snack pack of gummies a day. This isn't a multivitamin, a greens gummy, or a prebiotic. It's all of those things and then some at a fraction of the price. And bonus, it tastes great. Holiday treats and hectic schedules don't have to derail your health goals. Groons helps you fill in the nutritional gap so you can enjoy every moment guilt-free. I love that the daily dose is a snack pack of gummies because you cannot fit the amount of nutrients Groons does into just one gummy. Plus, it makes it a fun treat. They're vegan, gluten-free, and include 6 grams of prebiotic fiber. That's 3 times more than leading greens powders. And I love knowing that Groons ingredients are backed by over 35,000 research publications. With Groons, staying on top of your health is one less thing to think about. Get up to 52% off with code WITHWIT at Groons.co. That's code WITHWIT at GRUNS.co. I've been using so many Jones Road Beauty products lately, and they are changing my entire getting ready for the holidays mood this year. Holiday parties, events, dinners, what have you, they're nonstop right now. And the holiday makeup can feel like, honestly, just a lot. Too many steps, too many layers, never enough time. And those times when you get your makeup done and you finally look in the mirror and it looks like you're wearing a full mask. I hate that. I never want to feel heavy or overdone, especially when I'm jumping from one place to the next. Jones Road is the opposite of all that. Founded by the one and only Bobbi Brown, Jones Road Beauty is minimalist, it's strategic, the formulas feel good and light on your skin, and everything is stupidly easy to use. Their Miracle Balm has become one of my desert island products. It gives that dewy, fresh, alive glow without looking like you're trying. It's a makeup skincare hybrid that can be used as a tint, a blush, a bronzer, a little lip color, whatever my face needs that day. And they're just enough tinted moisturizer. The name says it all. It's quick, natural coverage that actually looks like your skin. Right now, they're offering their most giftable holiday collection yet, 5 limited edition trios with new holiday shades and packaging. Whether you're gifting or getting ready for parties, the curated sets take the guesswork out of your makeup routine. This holiday season, simplify your routine with makeup that's clean, strategic, and multifunctional. And don't miss out on their limited edition holiday sets. They won't be here for long, and once they're gone, they're gone. Also, a treat for our listeners, you'll get a free cool gloss on your first purchase when you use code WITHWIT at checkout. Just head to jonesroadbeauty.com and use code WITHWIT at checkout. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them our show sent you. Thank you so much, Google Shopping, for sponsoring this episode. The holiday season is officially here. I have so many gifts to get for family, friends, teachers, business partners. The list goes on. And there's always that one impossible person, like my husband, Timmy, is always a struggle. He's so particular, and I always want to find something he'll genuinely love and use, not just another shirt that sits in a drawer. But I found the best holiday gift hack recently, the Google Holiday 100. It's this year's 100 hottest products based on Google search trends. I scrolled through it with Timmy in mind, who's always on the hunt for clever tech, and found a sleek new soft serve ice cream maker for the kitchen, something I never would have thought of. And because it's for a kitchen, it's basically for me too. So if you're stressing about finding those perfect presents, head over to g.co/shop/holiday100. Trust me, it'll make your holiday shopping so much easier and way more fun. To put it all out there, it takes like, and to expose those like dark sides of yourself, it takes so much. And then I feel like once you put it out there, it's just like such a huge wave of relief. And I feel like you can so then more like authentically be yourself, and you just must feel that way. Like you must just be so excited for like to kind of shed that piece and like share it.
I felt like once I stopped lying and stopped being like, this is all the best thing ever. And once I was like, I actually hate it, I never wanted to go back.
Uh-huh.
And I was like,
Do you remember when like the first time that you admitted that out loud and like said that to anybody was?
I went to about a year after I had my first child, I went to my normal general practitioner for my annual checkup. And she was the first person that I like cracked the facade a little bit to, because she just asked the right questions. Like she was like, how's your relationship with your husband? And I was like, he's so annoying. He's useless, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, huh, okay. Yeah, like they're all annoying and useless, but like you sound really upset. And once I was on a roll, I kind of opened up to her in a way I hadn't. I had actually been in therapy, but I was kind of like keeping things from the therapist for myriad reasons. Like I wasn't being fully myself.
Honest. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And once I said like a few things to my GP, I don't know why. I'm so fortunate. She just like picked up on something being not right. And she was like, I think you're in a crisis and like you have to figure out how you're going to fix it. I don't know if it's meds. I don't know if it's a different therapist. I don't know what it is, but like, this isn't you. I see you once a year. And yet I know that this isn't you and it's not normal. And I was like, oh shit. So that was kind of the first moment that I like acknowledged my own truth. And then once it's like, once you start, then you journal about it. Then you have more words for it after you journal about it a bunch. And then you start you tell your best friend, and then you get a new therapist and you tell her. And like, and then the next thing you know, you've written 350 pages about it and you can't shut up. So that's where I'm at. But like, I also, when I decided to write the book, I was like, there's no point in doing like anything worth doing is worth doing the best you can. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do this and like not cop to all of my shame.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I don't like say the worst parts of me, then why bother? I have to go. I was like, I refuse to be embarrassed. Like
right.
anyone will read this and be like, oh my God, cringe. Oh my God, embarrassing.
No,
oh my
I
God,
mean,
but
I started to read it, and like I was hooked. Like I read right before this, like the 5 pages of the first.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And I was hooked, and I was like curious. I mean, I'm going to read the whole thing, but like, can you remember or speak to like any of those actual like darkest moments or darkest things that you thought about specifically?
I mean, there was so much. I had horrible anxiety and I was scared to share it because I thought it would make the bad things come true, the bad thoughts come true, which is apparently like very common, a common way that people with anxiety think, but I didn't know that. So I thought I thought it was specific to me, but like I would have nightmares every night, all night of I would watch my son die. And I would wake up like 6 times a night. So I was sleeping not at all. And I had a newborn, so I would be squeezing in these hours of sleep. And I mean, I had help at home, so I was not on my own doing nights, but
well, that's impossible then too. Still, like you're still not sleeping. Yeah. And then that's obviously adding to the like anxiety and depression that you're already having.
I mean, everything was a threat. Like I couldn't walk downstairs holding my baby. I was scared the electrical outlets were going to catch my house on fire. I was scared, like my parents were going to die, fixated on death in a crazy way.
I was a little depressed with after Sunny, but it was also the breastfeeding was just so difficult. Once I stopped that, I got so much better, and I should have never breastfed to begin with, because I think that I would have enjoyed him so much more. But I remember sitting in a FedEx line and just being like, everything is gray. Like, what am I doing here? Like, what? Everything feels gray. Everything feels numb. Like, and I came home and I like broke that down to Timmy. And then that's when I took steps, and I'm like, in therapy and on medication and like constantly working on myself now. But I have such a similar like, yes, like and we're high functioning adults with so much to be grateful for, and this still happens to us.
It doesn't get easier when you do, like I think we're so lucky and it still happens. So what do you think it's like for everyone else? Like it's,
Torture. Yeah.
and yet it is changing. I've seen it change even in the time that I've been working on this project, but like there are very few voices who are willing or able to be really open about that, because there's just so much shame with being feeling like you're bad at something that's so intrinsically supposed to be
Supposed to
so
be
intrinsically
natural.
female and womanly and whatever. And like
Mm-hmm.
it's like admitting there are people that I say this to, that I talk about in my book too, who look at me like I have 10 heads, that are like they're, jerks on the internet who don't know me or whatever, who say like you're a really bad mom for saying this. And I just don't think that telling your truth, telling something that you really do feel ever makes you bad.
I completely agree. I think it actually makes you the opposite. Like, I think the ability to recognize a quote flaw or something about yourself that you don't love and admit it and like want to try to work on it and become like a better version of yourself is actually so much harder than never dealing with it, or I don't know, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I agree completely. It's the hardest thing you can do, but it's also like the greatest work possible, because it took me doing that to find my calling.
Right.
My
So
calling is writing this book, and I mean, I hopefully even more than that, but like, I feel like I was saying to you earlier, like, I feel more alive now than I've ever felt in my life, because I have purpose. I have such purpose. And I don't think you can get to your purpose if you like ignore your trauma and don't work on the things that bring you shame and don't work on the parts of yourself that aren't perfect.
life throws a million little decisions at us every single day, but choosing a cooking oil, like that's not something I have time to fret over, okay? I don't have the brain space to remember which oil is for what. Grilling, sauteing, roasting, air frying, high heat, low heat, it's too much. We've been using Primal Kitchen pure avocado oil lately. It's just good for everything, and it has turned into a staple. Anyone who knows me knows I can be really sensitive to flavors and textures. And I honestly love this avocado oil. It's so light and neutral. The gentle flavor doesn't overpower anything. It just enhances your food with no oily taste. And thanks to its high smoke point, you can crank the heat without worrying about smoking out your kitchen. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, chaotic snack experiments, there is always a bottle of Primal Kitchen avocado oil on the counter. Primal Kitchen is a brand that I trust. They've always been about real ingredients and quality, and this avocado oil is pure, never blended with other oils, and quality tested, so you can feel solid about what you're cooking with. Timmy used the avocado oil yesterday to make latkes for us, and they were so delicious. Plus, the oil is made from avocado, so you're getting those healthy fats that make everything taste and feel a little better. It's easier than ever to find Primal Kitchen pure avocado oil because it's now available at Walmart. You can find Primal Kitchen in Walmart stores or online at walmart.com and primalkitchen.com. This episode is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform that helps you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're dreaming up a new passion project, growing growing a brand, or finally launching that idea you've been sitting on for years, they make it easy to create a beautiful website, connect with your audience, and sell literally anything, products, content, even your time, all in one place. One of the features I've been loving is their new design intelligence. It blends 20 years of Squarespace's design expertise with AI to help you create a website that actually feels like you. It pulls together layout, branding, and visuals that match your vibe. So right off the bat, you start with something elevated instead of staring at a blank page, wondering what to do first. As a creator, I really appreciate the feature of Squarespace payments. It allows you to set it up in just a few clicks and start accepting payments right away through any of the popular options: Apple Pay, Afterpay, Klarna, ACH direct debit. It makes checkout simple and seamless. And something that always surprises people is how easy Squarespace makes it to sell content. You have the option to gate videos, courses, newsletters, or memberships behind a paywall and earn one-time or recurring revenue. It's such a smart way to build a side hustle or expand whatever you're already doing. If you've been wanting to launch something big or tiny, take this as your sign. Head to squarespace.com/withwit for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the code WITHWIT to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. This episode is brought to you by Neiman Marcus. Neiman Marcus is your home for the most exceptional gifts. And honestly, it's a place that reminds me every year that holiday shopping can actually feel inspiring and joyful when you give yourself a minute to be thoughtful about it. There's something about Neiman Marcus that just instantly puts me in the holiday spirit. It's like that nostalgic, warm family Christmas movie feeling. Neiman Marcus curates everything so beautifully that it turns the experience from time crunchy chore into, ooh, everything is cute and actually this is so fun. And there is really something for everyone. I've been browsing everything from my favorite fancy sneakers, my beauty must-haves that I want to give my friends, chic kids clothes and toys, gourmet goodies for stocking stuffers. And I cannot help but look at all the chic cold weather clothes for the holiday travels coming up ahead. And for the impossible to shop for people, the Neiman Marcus holiday gift guides are perfectly curated and so helpful for finding unique ideas. And we have to talk about their legendary fantasy gifts, the totally over-the-top, one-of-a-kind experiences that are so fun to browse. Even if you're not buying one, they make for the best daydreaming. Also, if you feel stuck, you can turn to their style advisors who are there to help you find the perfect gifts at any price point. Neiman Marcus truly has everything covered. So if you're looking for gifts that will actually surprise and delight, head to Neiman Marcus. It's the ultimate destination for holiday gifting for everyone on your list and a few things for yourself.
Like no one teaches you in school, like when we grow up, about the nervous system. So stress is, for me, I understood that if I was stressed out, I'm a stressed out being.
Like you're anxious, you have anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's just me. That's how I didn't know there was a separation. And so
that you are not your feelings.
That I am not stressed.
Yeah.
And if I keep saying I'm a stressed out being, I'm going to be a stressed out being.
Right.
Because my cells are listening and responding. I didn't fucking know that.
Right. Right. It's like we all know it,
Yeah.
or not we all, but at this point we should all know it, but it's actually putting it into action, which is the hard part.
But that's hard because you're not taught that.
Right.
And our brain is programmed after the age of 7 to just hardwire.
It's like mental health needs to be a separate course in school.
100%.
Like, and starting in elementary school,
Yep.
it should be
But
how
it's
we
like
can
that
really take care of
movie-
ourselves. Yeah.
What's the kids movie with all the emotions?
Inside
Out.
Out. Yeah, exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Like I love that movie.
I love it too. Like to be able to name all the emotions
Yeah.
and realize that they all can happen. Like,
And they're not you.
Exactly.
Right. Like you're here, and they're all here outside of you.
Exactly.
But your essence is, this is Whitney, this is me.
Right.
And anxiety and stress and happiness and joy they're here, but they're not me. And that's what I didn't know. And I mean, long story short, I started having panic attacks. But I was also, with a rock and roll band, so we're partying every night, we're all over, like it was crazy, very unhealthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I had a panic attack and I thought I was going to die. And it was just like the worst experience of my life.
I've never had a panic attack before.
I don't wish it upon anyone. But for me, I felt like it was my wake-up call. It was my wake-up call. And I was brought to hospital, and it was like a whole kind of accumulative thing where I was feeling lost. I was like already here, and I wasn't fulfilled. And I was like, what's the purpose of life? I was like, really
completely.
just like...
You were doing nothing for yourself, and you were just run ragged.
Right. Of course, but then on the outside, people will tell you, but your life is beautiful. Like you're on private planes, you're in 5-star hotels. Like you live the dream.
The glamour is real. Like it's super glamorous, but it doesn't fulfill you in a way that... for you specifically needed to be fulfilled.
Yeah, it was an exterior. Okay, life tells you, generally we're told, if you accomplish all these things, you're doing well at life.
Yeah.
Right? You do get the job, get the degree, get the boyfriend, get the husband, get the house. You're doing well. But for me, I was like, I don't feel well. I feel really unwell, actually. And so I had this like dark night of the soul, I would say, where at 24, I just crashed out and I was just quite sick and ill and like really like depressed, I would say, and sad and just completely lost.
Yeah.
And burned out.
Like quarter life crisis. I feel like so many early 20 to mid 20-year-olds feel like that.
Yeah.
Like after college, and there's just not like this world that's really open and accepting to them. Like no one likes a young 20-year-old something.
Right.
You know,
right.
Like nobody wants to deal with
it. Like, stop working so fast.
No one wants to deal with anybody in their 20s.
Stop getting it done. And then I went, I had a panic attack, and then I was just like, the doctor who saw me said to me, if you learn how to breathe, you give yourself a remote control to your nervous system. And I was like, I don't have time for a nervous system.
You're like, I don't have time to breathe.
I don't have
like,
time.
It just
no, really,
needs
I
to happen.
actually was like, I don't have time to breathe. I don't have time for this. I have to get back to the show. I need to be, it's stage time. Like, we need to fucking get out of here.
Yeah.
And it just kept happening. And eventually I came back to LA, and Guy at the time, he's good friends with Deepak Chopra. And I didn't know who that was because, again, I do not come from a spiritual background. I was not into meditation. I was going out, young in LA.
Right.
And I went to Deepak. I was 24, and I went to his center in Carlsbad.
Okay.
And I did my first meditation course.
Wow.
And it changed my life.
How long were you there?
Like a week, maybe.
Wow.
And it was difficult, right?
Yeah.
Because and that's why I created my app, because there it really is silent.
Completely. Like you needed to bring something more accessible to make it part of
that's quick.
Your life.
Let's get it done.
Yeah.
And low maintenance. For me, it was like, I need something low maintenance. I cannot commit to anything right now.
Right.
Meditation wise. And so it was incredible. And there I learned that the point of meditation is not to have no thoughts. And a lot of people think that. They're like, I'm sitting there, I can't do it, I'm doing it wrong.
Right.
It's like, no, and to bring it back to what you said earlier, it's like the point of meditation is to become aware of your thoughts. And for you, it's like you become aware of your thoughts, and then you bring a compassionate awareness in. It's like, hey, I love you. It's okay you had that thought. It's not even you, it's just the mind. And so it's like, you have dark thoughts, you have mean thoughts, you spiral. Like I shout at people in the car, like it happens, like
Thank God.
I'm Irish, so we're advert for using the C word. And it's just like, I can't help it sometimes. And then my personal practice, I'm like, okay, God, forgive me. Please forgive me. Immediately I'll do that. If I say something about someone, or I'll just be like, okay, cancel. So I do that.
Right.
Cancel that thought.
So when thoughts come up, though, what do you do when you feel like you need to problem solve, or it's something that you need to write down or remember, or?
Well, apart from asking ChatGPT.
Yeah. You're like, wait, let me pause this meditation for a second.
I'm like, what
do
you
this
think?
to my to-do list.
I actually do that.
You
do. You know it works.
Well, you'll pause meditations and then add things.
I'm like, wait, I had this thought. Or an idea.
Okay, so you will actually do that.
Yeah, I will do that 100%.
I always feel so guilty for pausing, or like opening my eyes and getting distracted, or something happening, Sunny coming in, the dog coming in, like distracting, and then I'm like, oh, it's just over. It's over now. Like, why start it? Like, or I'll do it again when I have a full 10 to 15 minutes. So
we're gonna this is a big moment for you.
Okay, tell me.
Because the whole point of that happening is the whole meditation. It's like something being like, I love you. Come in. It's like, I love myself. I love this meditation. Like, the whole thing is a meditation.
It's so true. It's like, I love my life. This is my life.
Yeah. Like I'm so grateful I have a son to interrupt me.
Yeah.
So the meditation is awareness. if that's all you need to remember forever, that's all it should be. So mantras are helpful because a mantra means mind protecting.
Right.
So it protects itself against the mind. I have one literally tattooed here. That's how like neurotic I am.
Right. In case you forget.
I need to see
I'm like,
it.
I need that. I need like everything tattooed on me so I remember. Be here now. Yeah, exactly.
It's like, so mantras actually work. So I'll do this and I'm like, I am not my thoughts. I am where I'm supposed to be. I'm here. I feel calm. So telling yourself when you have anxiety, I feel calm. I know it's annoying because you don't. You feel anxious.
Right.
But anxiety lasts 90 seconds. And whatever happens after those 90 seconds is the story you're feeding it.
Right.
So that's important to remember. So if you have anxiety, if the mind says, I have anxiety, no, cancel. So I do that. Cancel that thought.
Cancel it.
I feel calm. I feel good. I am here.
You tell yourself the opposite emotion.
The opposite. Because there's a thing called psychoneuroimmunology, PNI. And it's the most fascinating thing I'm obsessed with right now. And it's a study that your cells are responding to your thoughts real time. So it's a similar thing. It's like, I feel sick. I feel sick. Ever meet someone who's just like, always sick?
Always. Yeah. Always.
Because
and
you
then
keep
they
telling
become it.
And then you
right.
become, you create it. Because your cells are actually responding to your thoughts real time. So if I keep telling my cells, I feel anxious, I feel I'm not good enough, I feel they're going to respond and create an environment because you've told it to create that environment.
Yeah.
It's like the brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and what's real. It does not know the difference. So if you're inputting to the brain, I'm experiencing anxiety, anxiety's happening, it's going to create that environment for you. So the mantra cuts it off. It like slices it in half. It's like, and I cancel things a lot.
Yeah.
It's like my friends know I'll be sitting and like, I might not even say the thought out loud. I'll just be sitting there drinking coffee. Like, cancel.
Right.
And they're just like this fucking psychopath.
Right. No, but that's amazing.
But I have
say
to
it
do
out
it.
loud so that it actually cancels
and you
it.
tell the brain that you could start doing that. Like, 'cause I might judge someone. I'm like, oh my God, look at her shoes. It's like,
I have such a problem with that. So I really want to stop judging people because and not even judging, maybe a little bit judging, maybe a little bit being a bitch, maybe a little bit just like being in Los Angeles and getting caught up here and like, sometimes I have 3 sisters too. We grew up in this culture where we were just like always talking about people, whatever. And I just think that because I do this sometimes, like my insecurity is that everybody else is doing that too.
Right.
Even if they are, if they're not. And I'm gotten to the point where I don't care if they are, that's fine. Like everybody's talking about everybody, but I really want to stop doing it because I think it's making me paranoid and I think it's just putting up bad energy into the world.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I think it's one thing for Timmy and I to have like a conversation about how people behave or like people's emotional IQ or that kind of thing. But to just like talk about people just to talk about people just feels gross.
Yeah. I mean, it's back to your awareness.
Yeah.
So like, how does your awareness feel when you judge people, right? Because you can talk about someone, but if your awareness is compassionate.
Right.
So there's this metaphor from Ram Dass, and it's like, imagine you're walking out into a forest, right? Just imagine, you don't have to close your eyes, but imagine you're walking. You're like, oh, fuck, she's going again. Yeah. She's like, I can't do this.
Let me get my hair right.
It's like, imagine you're walking into a forest. So many different trees, hundreds of different types of trees, hawthorn tree, oak tree, palm trees. You don't say that tree doesn't look like that palm tree. They're just
that
fucking
tree
trees.
is ugly.
Right.
Yeah.
What an ugly tree.
Yeah.
God forbid I look like that.
And we dull our own shine
Completely.
to allow other people to feel more comfortable. And what I actually lead with now is like shining as bright and sparkly as I can so that everyone can meet me there.
Completely.
And I think that was like who I was brought into this world as.
Yeah.
But I totally have bad days. And I've had, oh my God, I mean, years of my life where like I would look in the mirror and like not even see myself. And I think that's what's really important about my life's journey is that I've had to work for it in those ways.
Yeah.
And like really harness who I am and like kind of like beat the challenges that I've gotten in between me and who I know I am.
Completely.
You know those feelings when you're like, oh, I'm feeling anxious, I'm overwhelmed, or like whatever, like fear or pain based emotions we can be feeling, and you're like, this isn't me. What's going on?
And I don't want to be like this. Let me get out of this. Yes.
Yeah. And like being in that moment of saying like, let's shake it off. Like let's literally like overcome it, and let's figure out how every single day we can show up in a way where those blockages don't get in our way and bottleneck the beauty of our own life.
So what are some of the practices now in day to day, both like food, nutrition? Like would love to know what that looks like for you at this point. I've had a nutrition journey of my own where like for me, I also had a similar thing where I was very disassociated from my body. Like I didn't realize how thin I was getting. And so for me, it's about just like right now intuitively eating and eating what I feel like and what sounds good to me. And is that something that's incorporated into how you eat as well? Because I feel like restriction is just,
oh my God,
like it's just any kind of like quote diet or anything with any sort of restrictive energy to it is just a way for someone to rebel. It's just like I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
no, I feel it because restriction was basically my middle name for like a very long time.
Yeah.
And I love that you're saying you're intuitively eating, because it's as simple as knowing that you're hungry and eating, knowing when you're full and stopping.
Exactly.
And like you deserve both of those things. We all do. We really all do. And it's such a beautiful practice to be in your body and to reward your body and to also understand your cravings. Like I feel like cravings is like a dirty word. A craving is like a literal biological message saying like, this is primally what I want.
What I want, right.
Yes.
And then our brain fucks it all up.
Right. Yeah. And like to be able to have fun with food is like I think going out for a meal like socially is one of my favorite things to do. Being able to like break bread with people, like that means the world to me.
Is it different for you now than it was before?
I definitely had a minute where like I had to kind of get over myself and that like I needed to communicate when, you know, like certain things weren't serving me. I needed to just own the fact that, you know, like I was gluten-free for a really long time, or like I do need all of these modifications because this is what makes me feel good. And if something makes you feel good, don't feel bad.
Right.
Own
so
it.
True.
Fucking own it,
so
fam.
True.
Like you deserve all of it and more.
All the goodness. I know. Tell me about the wellness practices that you found while you were on this journey that have still stuck with you.
I mean, it's so funny when I even think of, let's do movement first. Like I literally used to do CrossFit. That was my entry into movement.
I had honestly a best friend also who wanted to lose a ton of weight, and that's what he started with as well.
And it's intense, but the community of it all was, I mean, for me, it was more of a proximity thing. I was living in Venice at the time, right off Electric Ave, and there was a CrossFit studio.
Oh my God, I lived right there.
Oh my God.
I lived on Indiana.
Yes, I was off San Juan.
Oh my God.
I mean,
we were
stone's
neighbors.
throw. Yeah.
Crazy.
So you could have come to CrossFit with me.
I always literally saw all those crazy fucking people doing the most nuts bananas workouts. And Timmy and I were like, oh God. Oh God.
No, I was that girl it was a year.
Oh my God.
I just needed to commit to something.
I
it
get
was
it.
Truly 2 blocks away.
And community.
And like also someone teaching me was really nice because I didn't know anything.
Completely.
But yeah, that year ended and I was really great at committing to it, and I fucking did it, dude. Like I went 5 times a week and my body transformed, and like so many amazing things happened within myself. But at that point I was starting to get curious, like what else exists? And that's when I actually started working out on YouTube and found my now co-founder Sammy Clark. And I mean, long story short, like just changed the way that I fell in love with what strength training can feel like. And also had like such a long Pilates phase and really got into walking. I'm a really big walker, but I would say now we have form. I'm really big on strength training. I love lifting. And I think women get really caught up in like not wanting to bulk or getting really intimidated by like lifting, you know, I mean, a barbell can be very intimidating, but like even dumbbells, I think some people just get weirded out by equipment.
And like that gym culture of lifting weights.
Yeah, because there's like a certain confidence that you've got to find that I did not have for a long time. So I really, really, really have transformed my body with strength training.
So, okay. So on YouTube is where you met Sammy?
Okay. So I did her workouts forever.
Okay.
And if there's any OG Sammy Clark girlies in the audience, like the pink set 10-minute abs, I would do it every day. Every day. And then I started dating Andrew way back when.
Okay.
He's from Scottsdale. Sam's husband, JT's also from Scottsdale. Ange and JT literally went to middle school together.
Oh my God.
And randomly when it was 2021, the boys were like, we've got to get the Sammys together. And I was like, I love her workouts.
Yeah.
Like, let's absolutely hang. You know, in LA, when like people are like trying to set you up with friends and you're like, no, I actually need to meet this person.
Yeah,
like,
this one I need to.
Like, give me her now.
Yeah.
And I mean, after 2 weeks of us all hanging out all the time, the boys were no longer there. Sammy and I were the best of friends.
Oh my God.
And then it became this beautiful period of time where I had exited my company. She wanted to start something and I was her demo. Like, I was literally the girl who needed her.
So you were able to really help her build because you know exactly what everybody needed.
Exactly. So we came together and built what is now Form. And almost 4 years in now. And it's just our baby in the best way. And I love seeing and hearing people's stories from our community because that's me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still on such a journey. And I have been in maintenance mode now. Like, I've looked this way for a couple of years and I've felt this way for even longer. And it's just so beautiful to be in like a new season of like what this maintenance mode now looks like. And then it's different. Like, it's different when you're not chipping away at goals. I feel like Hoffman in itself too is like prenatal boot camp of just yeah. I mean, how did you learn to become a mom? Like, when you had Sunny, it was just
you just learn by doing it.
Yeah.
There's no preparation. Right. You can read whatever book you want to read, but you have no
if I read
idea
a
what
book,
kind of baby.
like,
or listen to one, whatever way, or not. Like you just learn by trial and error. Like, you have no idea what kind of baby you're gonna have. You know what they're gonna need. What you have no idea. So you just learn by doing it, and then you have like a few people in your life that you talk to that you really trust. Like, for me, I wasn't the kind of person that was trying to like talk to a million people and get all these opinions and go on chat rooms, and you know what I mean? Like, I was like, I'm gonna find the one person that I trust that like did all the research on formula, and then I'm just gonna you know what I mean?
I love
like
that.
And I didn't want all the voices because I didn't want to parent my child how anybody else was. I just wanted to do what felt right to me.
And it is authentic to you.
Yeah, and and you parent your child how it feels right to you, and it may not look like the same as anybody else, but it's your own thing.
I believe that. I love I always call them vision holders in my life, like the person doing it to show me that it's possible. And like, it's not that you need to mirror their step by step, but it's just kind of like the energy that they have around it that you can harness for yourself.
That you know that if like sometimes if they can do it, you know somehow there's a way that you can do it.
How would you describe yourself as a mom? Like, how do you think you show up?
I'm like, I think emotionally really nurturing and loving, and sometimes too a little bit like, you know, give in to him a little bit easily, where I could probably set boundaries a bit more. But I'm a I feel like the way that I am as a mom is just the way that I am as a person. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a different kind of mom. I'm the same. It's just me as a mom.
Right.
I don't even know. Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's the freaking goal.
Yeah.
That is absolutely the goal.
You're just you. You're just you, how you would talk to a 7-year-old, you know? And you don't have to change anything about yourself. There's nothing more that you need to learn. Like, it's all just within us.
It's so true. I mean, I'm definitely in a season of life and a chapter of life where so many people around me are also,
I'm sure.
you know, like, tis the
That's
season.
why I said it, because I was thinking about body changing. I mean, regardless of having any issues with your body or not, it's a scary thing to think about that lack of control of your body that you won't have anymore, you know? But it's all a phase. It's all a phase. And when I come on your podcast, we can talk all about it.
I love it. I know. I'm like, tell me about being a mom.
Yeah, no, I want to tell you everything.